Welcome to Pandemic Manor. 6 months in, been working on the house. I'm Sean, I'm Dixon, that hurt, and this is the long version of the tour. We're going to go through all the house, what we've done in 6 months. The short version is not some of this put on. This is all for you. 6 months in, we'll just go through. Nice big old long tour. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. So 6 months ago, we bought a house unseen because we couldn't go in there due to COVID. It's the pandemic that the house is named after. You couldn't see the front of the house. There's 2 huge trees. We had those cut down. Some of it's still here. 6 months is not a long time. But we've done a lot of work. Have I done a lot of work out here? Yes. These trees were cut down, but they were not taken away. The whole family pitched in. There's still stuff out here, but, you know, it got cold out. So we did all that. There's still logs over there. That's the sun. So a tour of the house. This is the west wing of the house, the taller part that we don't use other than for storage. Those doors came in really handy for moving in. Big wide double doors, leaded glass on the top. No stairs, but you know, I can get stairs later. That's not a big deal. All in here, the bushes were overgrown. Cut them out, you know, get some sunlight on the front of the house, whatever I can get, because this is the north side. So I don't get too much sun out here. We'll go inside on the west wing and we'll look at that. This is the center of the house. You know, we've got a nice porch here. It's not really, it's more decoration than anything because probably 4 foot wide. You're not going to want to sit here. This crack going all the way up, we'll see that throughout the house. You know, a couple of my bedroom, the dining room. You know, we don't use this front door. Why not? Oh, I don't. Because there's a TV in the way. That's why. But yeah, we've got a front porch. Wooden stairs, which are not that bad wooden stairs. I mean, it's farmhouse. It's all boring. And, you know, up there we've got a window that's more like a door that would open. Here comes a car. And that's, you can actually go out there and sit on it if you wanted to, but it's never getting sun. So unless it's really hot out, you know, you wouldn't want to sit there. If you want shade, you can just sit outside. We have trees. So why is this all crumbling? Well, I figured out that this is an old gutter that would feed a cistern that's under that's the west side, so this is the east side? Yeah, the east side of the house. This has crawl space, but from here over, it's all basement. And when that broke, it just fed water to here, settled, crack. So it runs all the way up, but you know, it's done settling. That's fixed. There's no gutter here anymore. The gutter feeds into that gutter and comes down over there. So that's good to go. The tree, I've been drilling holes and putting salt in there to kill it. Put a lot of rock salt in there. Nothing will grow ever again. Here's a big giant willow that nobody will cut down because people are afraid of willows. After I cleaned all this out, you could see that that corner piece just did that. So I'll have to fix that. Somebody put concrete in there. Yay, concrete doesn't belong on brick, people. The insurance company does not like this tree. I don't like this tree. It fills up my gutters. So this is going to have to drop, but it's got to drop this way. And if I drop it that way, that's in the way. So I got to drop this first. And this is dead, so that's not going to be too hard to get rid of. Just set it on fire. Matching the gas tank. Boom, boom. Okay, so here's the usable side of the house that we use to get in. You know, we've got new vinyl windows, which is great. But when you put in vinyl window, when you take out the original stuff, vinyl tends to sag, and almost every single header here has got a crack in it because they just can't hold it. but it's doing what it can. So maybe I'll get some steel beams going across and then fill all that in. That's another day. So if you watch the first video, the very first video, this was covered in vines. Covered in vines. I don't like that. I don't like bugs getting in my windows, stuff like that. So those all got torn down. This is the way we get in. But we're going to do a tour of the outside first. Lady Dixon was busy today. She cleaned all this mud up and everything and discovered there's a nice little patio for our garbage cans. Pretty cool. And then these trees here, we'll see what happens. I don't know. They may stay. There's a chicken coop slash duck coop. One of the videos, I think I showed you that Dixon Jr. was going to put, he's got the walls up outside. He's going to put some stuff in there, you know. That came from the old house. That's not something here. This, back here, we're going to go away from the house for a second. Look at the backyard. It's got 2 acres. This used to be an outbuilding. There wasn't anything left in it. We didn't know what it was used for. But it's a concrete pad, and it's not heaved. And we didn't even know it was there until we started digging down, and we hauled all the dirt out of here. There was probably a good 4 inches, 5 inches of mud that had settled in here over the years. We just got rid of it, scraped it all up, got rid of it. And this will be a nice little seating area. We're going to put a little roof over it. There was another outbuilding back here. This was in the weeds. We didn't know this was here until we started cutting lawn. Dixon Jr. decided to come back here with a weed whacker and just destroyed the whole thing. Not destroyed, but, you know, he got it done. You know, and there's just all these metal things. All these metal things. Farm implements just hanging out. Horseshoe pits with, you know, old horseshoes. That's cool. Here's more of that tree that fell that we had cut down. Decided to just pile it back here. There was a building back here. And it had like a conveyor belt in it. So it was feeding apples and stuff. And, you know, and now what's left of it's sitting over there. That'll burn. Everything will burn. I just did a video of back here in the, you know, the little septic thing. That's the garage that's falling down. You know, a lot of the stuff you guys see in the videos, so you don't really need a tour. But this is the long tour, and I'm hoping that people that see that this is a tour and they're watching may want to watch more videos. So that's why this whole thing needs to get torn down. That's not even a roof. I don't know what it is anymore. That's air conditioning. That's what that is. But it's a pretty big. It's not a barn per se, but it's pretty big. You know, it's 48 by 25. I think we measured. So if we get it replaced with the same size, that'd be fine. When we first moved in, the first video, there's a stump here, a whole bunch of little stumps. You could not see the garage. From here over was all overgrowth. Dixon Jr. cut that down. He did a good job with that too. There's a lot more of the tree. All those trees, we just dragged them back. The whole family, we just dragged them back, made a pile. And it's a lot smaller now because all we do is keep burning it. Oh, the bricks. You guys have been watching my videos, you know, about the building that fell down. This was a garage that had fallen over, bricks, cinder blocks scattered all over the place. And I turned them into a garden bed. That was like a very recent video, so if you want to see more about that, you know, you can watch that. So, okay, back to the house, because this is a tour of Dixon Manor, not just the property proper. This is a pear tree. I like pears, but it's way too big and the pears get rumpy. They tried to hit me in the head. So this is the back of the house. The back of the house, it looks kind of like the front of the house in reverse, only it sticks out a little more. We've got, this is a door that goes down in the basement, but because the boiler went and we don't have heat down there, I covered it up to stop the heat loss. That's a door going into one of the front rooms, sitting room, parlor, I don't know what they're called because I have two now. But there's a radiator in front of it, so that's not usable. More vinyl windows, not vinyl windows. One of those windows we'll be taking a look at when we get up there. It's funny. Big old slab covering something up. I think it may be the septic. Maybe it's the old septic. I don't know. If you watched the first video, and I recommend you do, because you'll see that there was all these trees just covering the whole building. You couldn't see it. So there's a video of me cutting down trees. We've got a door. We'll be going in that door. Let me show you the side of the building. This is what I'm talking about with all these bushes right on the house. I didn't clear this out. The bushes are right on there, and you're not getting sun. The bricks aren't getting dried out. There's no airflow, so the bricks can't dry out. And they just rot. So if you've got a brick house, don't have bushes right up against it. But this is the west wing again. That's the empty side of the house that we're not using. And the windows. And the gutter's not straight, but I can fix that. That's not a right now thing. It's still attached. It works. Okay. So, let's go into the empty side of the house. This door, when we first moved in, we knew there was a room missing. We walked around and we didn't see, let me turn a light on. We said, well, what's behind this wall? We went over there and we're like, what's behind that wall? We didn't know. So we came outside and we saw a window and a door, and we came in and there was this room all by itself with its own door. It had the electrical panel in it, so we call it the electrical room. I put a fridge in here too for parties. This is where I find all my doors. So many doors. I don't need any doors. I just need to put them up. There's also like, it must just get cold over here. This is straight lath. Now remember this, straight lath. So I'm thinking this half is the addition and not the original, because all this lath is straight. Okay? Just remember that. All right. So we've got a hole that goes up to where? I don't know. They were using it as a chimney, so we'll see that upstairs. So I made a door because I didn't feel like going outside just to come in here. And the door comes out into this small little tiny hallway. The hallway is accessible from the grand entrance, the grand hallway. And the basement was a trap door, and it had some rickety stairs. I went through the stairs, so I built some new stairs. There's also a door to the bathroom, but that's not the door we use for the bathroom. So that door is basically a wall, which I will turn into a wall. But yeah, the leaded glass up there, you can tell glass is lead because you look through it, it's all wonky. And this just goes around in a circle. This is just, it's a room, it's a parlor, you know, and the walls are not, they're not hollow. It's just boards. They're just boards. So I'm going to keep these, because this is going to be a saloon. And I'm going to build along it so I can put electrical and stuff like that in there. But I'm just going to wash the walls in here. Maybe a fresh coat of paint. The floor, what I've done since we got in, it heaved. So I cut out the heave, I raised it up, I zipped it down, I put a new piece of wood in, and now the floor is flat. Even though this is not tongue and groove, it doesn't match. I'm going to be putting a new floor over this, so I'm not worried about it. But this is the saloon. And that's a hole going upstairs. And now when we get up there, I'll show you. But yeah. And then, wait a minute. So we're in the saloon. We came in through that door. And if we go in through this door, we are back in the little hallway with the door that I opened from the room that we didn't know existed. And back to the stairs. So that's all taped up because it's cold outside. Not today, but you know, we don't want cold coming in. These stairs are definitely going to need new treads, but they're nice and wide stairs. Definitely going to need a railing too. But now we're in the upstairs of the west wing, which is considered attic space. And it's wide open. It's all brick. I have carte blanche to do whatever I want with this, but I'm going to turn it into a semi-apartment for my oldest son, and maybe a guest room or a spare bathroom. Because he's not getting his own bathroom, because then it's a real apartment and he's got to pay rent. But yeah, these are all vinyl windows except for the front. And I don't know why they didn't just keep going. But yeah, here's the backyard. And as you can see, cornfield. I'm surrounded by cornfields. I like it. Oh, this whole roof is just sitting on this one not straight piece of wood. So I'm gonna, once I figure out where my supports are here, I'm going to run support up to there into the attic. Or, oh well, to there to hold up the attic. And then I can build walls. That's another show. And then I can get some insulation in between here. You know, keep the heat in. Alright, so hole in the ceiling turns into hole in the floor, which I'm not worried about because I'm going to put a new subfloor over this. And probably shot over into this chimney hole there. And we come over here. There was a hole in the floor here, which went up to this chimney hole. Now, up in the attic, it bumps out and goes out. Old houses are brick, a cavity, and then more brick. So it's not brick right next to brick. There's a cavity in there, and all the smoke would go inside the wall and travel up into the chimney, which bumps out and turns out. That's not safe. You don't put carbon monoxide into your walls and let it seep in and, you know, kill people. So I'm not using that. And I may not use the attic other than storage anyways, because the support beams are probably waist high. So in order to do anything up there, you got to go under or over those beams, and I don't want to really do that. Yeah, you can only go down the stairs, or you can go through this door to the center of the house. And what is weird about that is, boom, open the door. Oh, close the door. What's weird about that is, could be a bedroom. So you'd have to walk through somebody's bedroom. Oh, look, a light. You'd have to walk through somebody's bedroom to get to the hallway, to get to the rest of the house. So I don't think this is going to be a bedroom when we're finally done with that side of the house. I'm going to put like a couch, a nice sitting room. This will be like a sitting room or something. It's around there. Little double door window. That's probably a good 5.5 feet, and goes out onto the top of the porch where you could sit, and you could see some sunlight there, but I wouldn't want to sit out. There's no railing. I'm not going to put a railing up, but it's a nice window. You know, you get these farmhouses, which, I mean, you look at the baseboard. The baseboard's not spectacular. The wallpaper, oh, don't get me started on wallpaper. The door casings, again, nothing spectacular. So when you actually get something that pops, like these door, nice rounded door window thing, what I don't even know what to call it. It's a window right now. It makes a better window than a door. That's going to be a nice focal point. There is a closet in here. And when we leave this room, you're born in a barn, turn the light off. When you leave this room, you're now in the hallway upstairs. So that room and my room are over the dining room and the kitchen. My oldest room, he is over the middle. We're in the middle of the house, so we're not going to go in there and bother him. That's just a bedroom. We haven't done anything in there. Wallpaper. The only thing weird about that is this window. I don't know if you can see. Goes over to the door, the wall, and ends up on his side, probably about this much, but it's just wallpapered right over. That's fun. All right, so this room, this is the first big room that we got done. I ran the electrical here. So this room, more light. We got, the walls are brick, so we had to plaster them with plaster of Paris, not, drywall. That's drywall. That's dry. Is that drywall? That's not drywall. The ceiling's drywall. I hate drywall. This is the back of the closet. The big closet that I ended up making for Lady Dixon. I am not in focus, am I? Focus. Much better. That's the original wallpaper. So we left that. Refinished the doors. That's not the wood. That's a brown wash. Redid the handles. Yes, it's upside down, but it's all right. And that's just a closet. It's just a closet. I think the only thing we didn't touch in here was the carpet. We got down to the layers. We got the layers and just did it. That's the original wallpaper too. That sets off that. It offsets wall to wall. So that's pretty cool. I ran my electrical through the floor and then up to feed that. There was 2 lights here. And if you watch the original video, this room, when you came in, there was a room here, a wall here, with you'd walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm in this room," and we pretty sure it was a bathroom because there's a hole in the floor somewhere here. There were actual lead pipes in the wall, and 2 electricals coming up. I got rid of them, ran real electrical up, put in a plug. And this was in here, but there was also another chest in here with creepy dolls. And they were creepy looking dolls. Very, very, very creepy. I'll tell you what I did with them in a second, if you didn't know. And then, so the wall stopped here and started back up here, and you could go in there. And there was another little alcove type thing going on in there. So let's go see what's going on over there. I just left his lights on. I want a barn, but I wasn't born in one. Lights off. So the 4th bedroom that's up here is the master bedroom because I am the master of the house and this is my bedroom. Anyways, nothing spectacular. Wallpaper, 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 blah, blah, blah. Crack in the wall. Crack in the wall. Remember outside there was a big crack, the settling thing? We had to tape that off. There was wind coming in through it, so that wasn't cool. Well, it was cool. It was cold. So we just had to tape that up. I put an outlet in the floor because, put them in the floor. This is the walk-in closet that was built for Lady Dixon. It only came to, see where this ridge is right here? That was it. That wall continued over. It was a very small closet. We bumped it out. And the creepy dolls, This wall comes straight over to here, and then stops and goes in just a little bit. So we put shelves, put the creepy dolls in there, and just, they're in there. They belong in the house, and they will be in the house for as long as we want them there. Somebody else wants to take them out, that's fine. That's on them. But yeah, this room, you know, just another bedroom. All right, so now we're in the hallway. And the hallway goes over. So the only thing I can think about fixing that window is taking this wall, moving it to over here. But then I would lose my banister here. And the cats would lose their spot. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's another show. Okay, so how did I know that that may have been a bathroom other than the lead pipes in the wall? We got our stack coming up from the sewer. Well, it's not a sewer, it's septic, you know, and then the bad air has to go out the roof. This Y's and goes into the floor. So that had to be a bathroom. Oh yeah, do you see that? This is the door casing at the bottom of the stairs. This is the window. Pretty funny, huh? Yeah, it's hysterical. Yeah, hysterical. Here's another door. This is the outside door that was sheeted off. And there's the radiator right in front of the door. Good spot for it. So now we're in the sitting room, the front room. There's two of them. Nice wide open, you know, and Lady Dixon gussied up this built-in right here. I think it would look nice with some glass doors or something, but they didn't come with the house. Unless it's somewhere where I haven't been, but I've been all throughout this whole house, so. But yeah, this is a nice little seating area. And me and Lady Dixon sit here, and the boys sit in there and play their video games. This is the bathroom. It's a nice big bathroom. Clawfoot tub. The shower was not here. I had to install that. The stand-up shower was leaking on the outside of the shower. And the drain, which went through the floor, as soon as it got into the basement, went into a garden hose, and the garden hose went to the sump pump. The inspector said, nope. I said, nope. And I just tore it all out. And I capped off the water lines in the basement. Done. Other than that, it's just a bathroom. I mean, these guys, I don't know who was doing this, but they used drywall screws to put this up, and they screwed into the brick. Like, drywall screws were going to hold that up, you know, and somebody put latex paint over the walls. You can't put latex paint over brick and plaster, people. It's got to breathe, and that's what happens when it needs to breathe. So, there's the door. I don't know if you remember, we were in the grand hallway, and I said there was a door for the bathroom, but we don't use it. That's the door. Okay. So, this is these two rooms, this one and that one, is the center of the house. And there's also that door goes out to the porch. And this door goes back to the west wing, or with the saloon and the grand stairs. That's the door the cats are always meowing at. That door's a closet. Oh. This was the very first, should I say, room that we did. We basically gutted it down to nothing and then redid it. I mean, it didn't take long, but I needed that wall open so I could run electrical to the upstairs. This plastic, that's one entrance to the dining room. We'll go through the other entrance. Let's see. This lamp came with the house. And Lady Dixon decided to gussy it up. You know, got it working. This was her birthday present. This is going to be the chandelier over the dining room table. So once she cleans that up, then I get it hung. But the dining room's not done. Let's roll through the kitchen and take a left and go into that dining room. The dining room's in the middle of demolition. So this is the dining room. That's the door that we didn't come in. That's the door we did come in. That's not a door. That's a butler's pantry. So you've got 1, 2, 3 cupboards that open with shelves. You could see the shelves. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 pull-out drawers, which also push in, and I'll show you why in a minute. Then down here you've got 3 more drawers that open up. But those doors are down in the basement. They're getting peeled and ready for paint. Here is the old light, which will be replaced with that chandelier. I could probably reuse that. Yeah, I could reuse that. Okay, onto the tour. Wallpaper. Lady Dixon found, what, 12, 14 layers of wallpaper. It's a mess. But yeah, it's all going to come down, and we'll get this room done. You know, stay tuned. That's another episode. Now, remember I was showing you the lath, the straight lath. Now we get into this portion of the house, the east wing. East? I don't know. But you see how it's not straight. Some of them, this one may look straight, but it's not. It curls this way. They just cut things flat and put them and chipped them and put them in. So this lath is an older style lath than the other side. So this must be the original house. The electrical's all knob and tube. That's for the light. It goes up, turns the light on and off. There's a video where why I started all of this. I was trying to chip around it and fix the outlet, but every time I hit the wall, the lights would come on and off and on and off. So I said, nope, let's do the whole room. And I tore all this down. So, all right, so yeah, that's the dining room. Oh, nice big dining room. And let's go see what's going on with these that I was showing you, because as we come through, this was the second room, and it's not even a room, you know, it's just a breezeway walkthrough. But, you know, I put in the floor and I did everything up nice. So, I mean, that's the little things. You know, if you come into this pantry, here is the other side of that butler's pantry. On the other side, if you're serving, you can just grab a glass or a bowl. Or you can come in here and do it. These drawers, silverware, or you can pull it from the other side. You know, it's like anything you do in here, you can do out there. So that's nice to have that in this pantry, which has a window that I keep forgetting is not, the glass is not even in there. Need to putty that up. You know, we got our storables, you know, keep all our stuff in here. You know, I got my fiber squares, which, you know, they're good to make you regular. But here's the kitchen. Nice big kitchen. Asbestos tile floors. If you measure your tiles across, and they're 9 inches, that is 99.99% way to find out if you have asbestos tiles. So I can't sand these. I can't saw through them. I'm going to have to try to pry them up or go directly over them, or, you know, cough a lot and make it hurt. But yeah, I didn't clean up before, you know, anything. So I ate lunch. I ran out of hot sauce. That's sitting there waiting for hot sauce. But we've got this 50s diner table. Lady Dixon wants to make this into a 50s diner theme, which will be cool, but we use this room a lot, so we're not really going to have time and effort to put into this kitchen unless we're eating outside off the grill every day. So this is how bad we can't wash this, people. We've tried. I mean, it did look, that's where the old something was sitting when we first got here. and we got, pulled it away, and that's even dirty. But this is so bad that we've tried everything. There's no way to bring this back. It would be nice, but what can you do? That chimney should work, but that is propane. I don't have propane. There's a pipe going into the floor and out and just hangs there. So that's going to go away, and I think we're going to get when we do get propane, get a, ventless fireplace thing going on. So this is just the door to outside. We've got a nice little, enclosed porch here, and then go out. It's nice for like knocking the snow off your boots. This door here has stairs going up to Junior's bedroom, which is a pretty big bedroom, but we're not going to go up there because he's sleeping. And we didn't do anything up there anyways. I think I added an outlet. That's it. This back room here is got the beer fridge. We added the washer and dryer. This was not a laundry room. This was just a back room full of, that whole area was just a pile of coat hangers. Coat hangers, coat hangers. But this is just a basic back room. Let me turn a light on. Hey, look at that. It's just a basic back room with the old floor. And this door goes outside. Here's one of the original latches. So this is all original, because that's how they used to lock their house up. We put that in. But there's also cracks in here in Western New York. You just got to stop, though. Stop the cold from coming in. So this goes outside, and everybody would come through here, stop, put their foot down, turn, open the door, and walk out. So you guys can't really see it, but there is an indent here from every time somebody turned and moved, and that's just over time. There's just, it's a divot. I think that's cool because like over 100 years of people just moving their foot, just ground it down. Pretty cool. That's broken. Another episode. The sink. It's the old farm style sink, which we want to keep, but don't know how to fit into a 50s kitchen, but we'll try. Like I said, I didn't clean up for you guys. All right, so to get down in the basement, there is, this is with that seating area, and there's a door here. Oh, and it's very low. And this goes down into the basement, but that's more of a ladder. We're not going to use those. We'll go over to the west wing, because there were stairs over here too. That is what the creepy dolls were in. Okay, that's what they were in. Just a tour. This is a tour. That's the bathroom door. That's a wall. And this, I had to build this because this was just a trap door right here. You'd open the trap door up, and then there was stairs. Not these stairs. The stairs that I fell through. 4 rungs. Boom, 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 boom. I just went through them. And I was standing, so I didn't get hurt or anything. But I figured if I'm going to open this up more, then I'm going to put a fake wall here for right now. That way nobody decides, oh, I'm just going to go through this way and get hurt. So I put this up. And then I got somewhere for my light switch too. So we come down the stairs. We've got the basement. Now the basement did not look like this. The basement did not have any light. It had one light, I think. Maybe not even. But everywhere there's a post or a pillar, all 4, there was big, giant, rotten those. And they were rotten at the bottom, rotten at the top, kind of holding up the whole side of the house. And there was a big, long, like sheets
of wood that were rotten. It was like a table, so you had to walk around the whole thing. You didn't have any room in here. I got rid of it and, jacked up the floor, jacked it up, and then put these posts in. So now the floor is supported and I can get through here. The ceiling height. I'm reaching up right now. I'm listed as 6'2", but I probably shrank today. So probably around 5'9", anywhere between 5'9" and 6. Anyways, I'm reaching up. I'm just barely touching the top. If I come down this way towards the sump pump, I reach up, I'm missing it. Oh, there's an old knob. I replaced all the knob and tube down here. That floor was shifty. Some of these old boards are cracked. So I'm going to have to sister a lot of them, but that one was the worst. So I sistered that one. The floor was still bouncy. So I put this in for now until I get more sister joints in. The windows are all blocked. I'm sure the glass is cracked or something. My main water feed was leaking, so I had to get that replaced. My sump pump only goes 6 inches into the ground, so I'm going to have to dig that out. But the sump pump is now not being fed by the washing machine, which was down here, and because the washing dryer was over here. And instead of going, I don't know if you can go into there, but instead of going into there, it ran with the shower all the way across over there. This is not the only basement. You go through this door, you got another basement. This was full of crap. I got rid of it all because it's just crap. That's an oil tank which feeds the boiler, which was working when we moved in, but decided within the 6 months that we've been here, it was going to break, and not just a part. It blew out the bottom and water was going everywhere. So now I've got to get a new boiler, which makes me want to go to propane so I can have a propane stove and a propane, anything I want. Because with that, I have to use that, and I don't want that. It's expensive. It was $600 a month. It's ridiculous. The hot water tank blew. I came down here one day, within the 6 months that we've lived here, and, water was bubbling and sizzling out the top, so I had to replace that. Beams holding up the house. One beam holding up the house. And it's all a little rotten down at the bottom, so that'll need to be replaced soon. Oh, yeah. This is the Bilco door that is covered up outside. But as you can see, the wood has bowed and broken because the bottom of the door frame rotted out. So this is falling and needs to be addressed. Lickety split. I don't think it had anything to do with all of the bricks and stuff that they busted out of here to get this stupid not needed fan in there. But what are you going to do? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to use this anymore. When I put in the new boiler, I'm going to go back out through the chimney like I'm supposed to. Only I'm going to put a liner in there. I'm going to get rid of all that crap. I'm going to get a liner. I cleaned all this up. That was a video. There was a bunch of junk on here. There was a dead mummified rat. That's fun. Yeah, this is the other basement. And that's the crawl space with the cistern in there. There's the cistern, the creepy cistern. I took my phone. There is a hole in there. I put my hand in there. I had 35% on my phone. When I pulled my phone out, it was dead, and it had not taken a picture or a video. And then when I plugged it back in, I had 35% power. So I don't know why the phone died, but I'm not messing with that creepy cistern anymore. we got new shelves at work, so my boss decided that I could have the old shelves. That was cool of him, because when you're working on a house, you're just using a lot up. And we've got the stairs that are like a ladder that I said we're not going to come down, because we wanted to come down these stairs that I built, that I'm so proud of. But yeah, back up the stairs. Did I show you every room? I think I showed you everything but one. And that was Junior's room, because he's sleeping. Oh, more focus. We need more focus. Back in the saloon. Okay. So that's a tour of the house. You know, that's the long version. The short version, I just ran through the house, and you guys got a lot more, you know, in depth, and you got to see up close more things. Hey, watch them both if you want, but, you know I don't like doing long videos, and I just wanted to show you, walk around and show and explain things, and people want to see a tour. And due to COVID, you know, I can't have many friends over, and you know, we're still wearing masks, and this whole pandemic thing that the house is named after, even though I'm going to be changing it to Dixon Manor, because the pandemic should be over in a couple years, maybe. But anyways, I'm rambling on, and you came to watch the house, not me. So thanks for watching Dixon Does It. Like and subscribe. Have fun in everything you do.